It ain't but one guy. Hold on. It ain't but one guy. We ain't but one guy. It ain't but one guy keeping him away from him. That's Terence Crawford. Hey, but one guy.
Everyone in the room picked you to win. Everyone that I asked. Everyone.
Except for me, guess what?
Because I heard he could really play.
No. He can't even be Shakur.
He can't fuck with me. Who?
You.
What's your score lied to you?
You lost. I seen the video.
You ain't seen my video.
Oh, I didn't.
Exactly.
I just seen the video.
Exactly. Oh, what happened? Exactly.
Now that you take care of business, how does you and Devin Haney end? How does that fight go?
Knockout.
Say this.
Devin Haney being at 147, he called Devin Haney out. What do you think about that fight if it's 1 or 2 fights away?
It's kind of a tough fight right now because Devin Haney is right back at the top of his game. Devin showed that the weight loss was probably causing him to not have as good punch resistance, and it also probably wasn't causing him to have as much power or explosiveness as he has. He showed tremendous power, tremendous punch resistance in that fight against Norman, and for him to do that means that the weight was probably an issue. Now, if Keyshawn comes up, or if they even do a catch weight, a 143, 144, it's going to be a very interesting fight because I think Devin has more tools and more IQ right now, but Keyshawn is different. So when you got a guy that's different, and that's why I always say...
Terence Crawford has issued a caution to Devin Haney while showing confidence in Keyshawn Davis. He believes Haney could face serious challenges dealing with Davis's strength and non-stop pressure inside the ring.
And I guarantee he'll beat you, though.
How you gonna bet on somebody else?
I'm gonna bet on him against you.
I will beat you.
No, you can't beat me, but I bet he beat you.
Terence Crawford has cautioned Devin Haney, suggesting that boxing can quickly turn against him if he overlooks Keyshawn Davis's strength and determination. Crawford believes Davis's power and drive could create serious problems if Haney fails to take the challenge seriously.
Chew you up and spit you out. You know, out with the old and with the new.
Ali, well, as y'all were asking questions, I think...
Keyshawn Davis has revealed that discussions are still in progress and expressed confidence that a bout with Devin Haney is set to take place in 2026, setting the stage for a long-awaited clash between the two fighters.
We kind of having our, that.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
We getting past that, and that was your turn, and I'm not going to allow and sit back and allow you to even waste that talent that you got, because I've been told, Key, for years, bro, you could be one of the best. All you got to do is just, boom, discipline.
You know, with both of y'all being the best, they always gonna want it. And
they gotta come with it.
You know they always gonna want to see it, though. You know everybody always gonna want to see it.
We get to see it.
Roy Jones Jr. has spoken highly of Keyshawn Davis, pointing to the quality of competition he has faced and the impressive speed he brings into the ring. In Jones's view, those qualities signal the emergence of a promising new talent in the sport.
Let's do it. You know, I know he's dealing with some legal issues. I don't know what happened. He said he had to turn himself in, but I believe he tweeted like, Keyshawn, let's do it. I mean,
he said that?
Yeah, but he tweeted like something like that. Yeah.
Well, you know, Bill was in my DMs. We already was talking about it, honestly, before he even hit the media. So I know it's going to happen in 2026.
And you're good going straight to Devin in your first fight at 47?
If it makes money, it makes sense.
Right. So obviously I want to get your take on your brother, Shakur.
Roy Jones Jr. has suggested that Keyshawn Davis should consider taking another fight or two before stepping in with Devin Haney, believing a bit more experience would better prepare him for a matchup of that level.
Competition. He's fought some elite guys. He's come up short, but he's always fought hard. He's never been stopped. I thought Keyshawn looked really, really good early on in that fight. He looked very poised, and Jermaine was fighting a fight that you typically don't see him fight. Jermaine is known for being very physical, very rough, and he's gonna make it dirty if he has to. He was laying back, and it looked like he was allowing Keyshawn to take some ground and get established, but then Ortiz flipped the script and changed the game plan. He started to get into his normal bag of roughhousing and making things dirty. And I said, man, I like that. I was telling Shakur, I was in the locker room watching, I said, I like what he did right there, because he went away, let you get comfortable, and then he said, no, here I am. I'm going to be the guy that you actually thought you was going to be fighting, but I'm not going to do it in the first round. You saw Keyshawn have to make some adjustments too.
Greg Hackett shared a candid opinion about a possible showdown between Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney, stressing why matchups like this are so important for boxing. In his view, Fights between top-level competitors push the sport forward because each fighter understands the other's abilities and vulnerabilities, raising the intensity and significance of the contest. Hackett noted that fans consistently want to see elite names face one another, whether it's Haney against Shakur Stevenson, Haney versus Teofimo Lopez, or now the potential clash with Davis. He believes these kinds of high-stakes encounters are what truly distinguish the sport's best, since lower-tier opposition cannot match that level of physical skill or mental sharpness.
Understand me? So you gotta have that intangibleness about him, where he can be a different guy when it's time to be a different guy. You can never count him out. However, if I were pushing Keyshawn, I would have another fight or two before I fight Devin, just for experience purposes. And if I was Devin, I would try to jump on it right now before he gets those couple fights, because the more experience he gets, the harder he's gonna become to beat.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough fight, you know, for Keyshawn Davis. And I think in many respects, Devin Haney too. You can't take Keyshawn Davis light. He can really fight. He's really like that. The weight difference is a concern, and it's a fair question. Is he ready now? Is he ready a fight or two from now? But that's the fight, really. If you really want to you want to scream, I'm back. That's the type of fight that you want, because obviously it's in the Turki Al-Sheikh universe, and that's the fight.
Hackett also commented on Davis' recent victory over Jermaine Ortiz, acknowledging that the performance at 140 pounds was impressive while noting that competing at 147 will present a new level of difficulty. Even so, he does not see Davis as undersized for the division, explaining that fighters often appear larger on screen than they actually are up close. In Hackett's view, the key issue moving forward is whether Davis can stay consistent and composed as he advances through tougher competition. Given his skill set, background, and determination, Hackett believes Davis has the tools to compete effectively, and a matchup with Haney would represent the kind of high-caliber fight the sport truly benefits from.
We need fights like that is because there's things each one of them know about each other. They know that those are great fights. We need those fights. We need those fights. We need the Dev and Shakur. We need the Dev and Tio. We need the Africa and Shakur, the Africa and Tio. Then we need the Gary Antoine mixed in there. We need the Lamont Roach mixed in there. It's a lot of guys. The Abdullah Masons mixed in there. It's a lot of guys we need mixed in there. You know what I'm saying? These are the fights we need. Those other guys, the B-class, C-class guys, they can't keep up with them, either physically or mentally, or both together. They can't keep up with them. You see it.
What kind of message do you think Keyshawn, made it in possibly the 40 to 47 division, beating Jermaine Ortiz the way he did?
I mean, I don't know. 47 is a different division.
A boxing analyst recently offered perspective on Keyshawn Davis' confident statement that he can defeat anyone competing between 140 and 147 pounds. Davis has openly discussed his goal of facing Devin Haney before eventually stepping into the welterweight division, which some observers feel has lacked momentum in recent times. According to the analyst, the 147-pound class currently feels short on fresh and compelling matchups. Several well-known fighters, including Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios, are already committed to other paths, leaving the division searching for new excitement and direction.
Is he too small for 147? He looked good at 40.
No, I don't think he's too small. These guys only look real big on TV. When you see these guys in person, they don't be that big. You know what I'm saying? So he's not too small, no. The thing is, with Keyshawn, can he keep it together? Can he keep it together mentally? If he can keep it together mentally, then we see great fights out of Keyshawn. If he do that he say he been doing, which I don't know if he was lying or not, saying that he was drinking and camp and shit like that, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it's a lie. I don't know if it's, if he was telling the truth. I don't know. But if he can keep it together mentally, then we see great fights out of Keyshawn.
Say Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney happen next. Who would you favor?
The analyst explained that boxing often gains new life when fighters change weight classes, opening the door to fresh rivalries and compelling opportunities. He referenced Jaron Boots Ennis moving from 147 to 154 pounds as an example of how a single shift can energize a division, especially with potential matchups involving names such as Sebastian Fundora, Virgil Ortiz, Jamel Charlo, and Errol Spence. In a similar way, He suggested the welterweight scene could be revitalized if emerging talents like Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and Gary Antune Russell decide to step into the weight class. For Davis, such a transition would not only challenge him against naturally larger opponents, but also deliver the kind of high-level fights fans are eager to see. The analyst ultimately believes Davis's confidence and ambition might provide the spark needed to bring renewed momentum and attention back to the welterweight division.
40-47, and he says he wants to fight Jermaine Ortiz and then move up to welterweight, which would be perfect because, like I told you, I really am the best in this business. Like, everything I say is like clockwork, right? It's amazing to me. Sometimes I amaze myself. So what am I talking about? I literally just said welterweight is dry. It's a stale, stagnant, horrible division right now. Not too many ways to mix and match the guys. And then the guys you could mix and match are pretty much busy. The Ryans, the Barrioses, and the Rollies, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video. And I told you it's going to require, this is how it works in the sport of boxing. I know because
Keyshawn Davis has now confirmed that his next bout will be against Louis Crocker before he moves on to a potential clash with Devin Haney. The announcement comes even though Davis had previously called for a fight with Haney immediately following his knockout victory over Jermaine Ortiz. The decision has sparked discussion among fans and analysts, many of whom noted that Crocker's name never surfaced during Davis's post-fight remarks, where his attention was focused solely on Haney. With plans now shifting, Davis maintains that taking the Crocker fight first is a calculated step designed to strengthen his position in future negotiations for a showdown with Haney.
Can't make 40 anymore, just like Jaron Ennis couldn't make 47, and he moved up to 154. Now 54 is cracking. They got 54 out here cracking. Tons of names where you can mix and match the Funduras, the Virgil Ortiz, Jermell Charlo, possibly Errol Spence, Murda Zylev, Boots, right? You got tons of ways you can mix and match these people. 47 right now is dry, so it's going to take Shakur's and the Keyshawns and Gary Antoine Russells or the El Rayos, you know, different Edwin De Los Santos, Matias, different guys to move up to start to purge and like fill out the division. Right now, it's not many options. Again, Devin versus Louis Crockpot is a terrible fight, and I don't know anyone else.
The logic behind the decision is straightforward. Crocker currently holds a title that Davis believes could raise his profile and negotiating power ahead of a future meeting with Haney. Even so, some observers question the approach, arguing that publicly calling for Haney while already planning to face Crocker can appear confusing, or even like an attempt to draw attention. Many fans hope Davis would move directly into a fight with Haney, but the realities of boxing business often shape a different path. By aiming a victory over Crocker, Davis would strengthen his standing and build further legitimacy for a Haney showdown. Whether seen as smart strategy or mixed messaging, one thing is certain: Davis remains among the most discussed emerging names in boxing, and the road toward a potential clash with Haney continues to build excitement.
So, after you knocked out Jermaine Ortiz, let me get this straight. After you stopped Jermaine Ortiz, you made no mention of Louis Crocker. The first name you called out was Devin Haney, and the only name. Unless I missed the rest of the interview. And now, you saying you had a deal in place to fight Louis Crocker next. And then, if it's worth your while, then you'll fight Devin Haney. Because, and I get it, he believes that he needs to get this belt from Louis Crocker for them to value him the way he wants to be.
Floyd Schofield recently made headlines by sharing his perspective on a possible matchup between Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney. While he recognizes that both fighters bring energy and excitement to the ring, Schofield expressed doubt that Davis would come out on top. He believes Haney's greater experience and growing maturity provide a meaningful advantage, particularly after Haney displayed improved control and composure in his most recent performance. Schofield also noted that although Davis looked impressive in his win over Jermaine Ortiz, Ortiz seemed cautious and never fully asserted himself, which may have made Davis's dominance appear more convincing than it actually was.
Fight negotiations with leverage with Devin Haney. I get it. So what's the point in calling out Devin Haney? Why didn't you tell the world, I'm going to fight Louis Crocker next? Because he knows it's not going to be acceptable. If he came out and he says, after Jermaine Ortiz, I'm fighting Louis Crocker, he knows that the fans ain't going to accept that. So he's saying Devin Haney multiple times because he understands what Devin Haney represents. This is what many people will call clout chasing. So you're using Devin Haney's name, but you know you have no intentions of fighting him next? Make this make sense. It all makes sense.
Schofield also questioned the stoppage in the bout with Ortiz, implying the referee may have favored Davis by halting the action too soon rather than giving Ortiz the chance to get back to his feet. Despite that criticism, he still respects Davis' ability and competitive mindset. Even so, Schofield feels Haney operates at a higher tier, pointing to moments where Haney has taken clean punches without showing signs of serious trouble, demonstrating his toughness. He did acknowledge that Davis possesses the physical tools, along with speed and skill, to keep the contest competitive, particularly if he becomes more precise with his combinations earlier in fights. In the end, Schofield views a Davis-Haney matchup as highly compelling, though he leans toward Haney's experience and durability making the difference.
Devin is Devin. Devin going to show up. It's going to be a great fight with either one of them. Because Devin took a loss, and he don't want to take another loss, whether he got it cleaned off his record or not. He don't want to take another
fight, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Both of them are good fight. I don't think Keyshawn is going to beat Devin. I really don't believe Keyshawn will beat Devin.
Too much experience? Why?
I don't know. I just don't see. But off my prediction yesterday, I'm not gonna get that because people will say things. But skill wise, I don't believe this new Devin that showed up his last fight, Keyshawn is gonna be able to run through like he did Ortiz, a smaller guy who seemed like he didn't want to be in there.
I ain't gonna lie. As much as I don't like Devin, I did not expect Devin to do that to.
Keyshawn Davis has openly explained his motivation for pursuing a fight with Devin Haney, pointing to championship titles and long-term legacy as the driving factors. He noted hearing that Haney could potentially relinquish his belts, viewing that possibility as a chance to step forward and capture them himself. To Davis, this represents an ideal opportunity to demonstrate his abilities on boxing's biggest stage. While he respects Haney's experience and composure, Davis believes his own youth, determination, and overall skill set could make him the more dangerous presence in the ring.
Too, and then even buckle Devin, so I don't know.
And Keyshawn's performance wasn't great. It was good. He stopped him. That the referee gave him a gift because the ref stopped it. He didn't even give Ortiz a chance to stand up. Not saying Ortiz would have won, but it wouldn't have been a knockout in that 12 seconds. No, that's what I'm saying. But it wouldn't have been a knockout. The ref gave that gift. He didn't even get his man the count to get up to 8. So or to 10. So I don't know. I want to see. I would want to see the Keyshawn and Devin fight.
Key do got some dog in him, so I would like to see that.
I like the new version of them though. I like the God more in it. The maturity of seeing them grow up as fathers. Like, yo, just to see these young men get into these points is amazing, and they still in their 20s. So I can imagine.
Discussing his approach to preparation, Davis explained that he carefully analyzes each opponent, searching not only for their strengths but also for the vulnerabilities they may reveal in difficult moments, such as how they respond to pressure, whether they show frustration, or if they are prone to cuts. To him, every small observation can become a strategic edge. He expects Haney to rely on experience to challenge him, yet Davis is convinced that his own speed, power, and constant intensity will be difficult to handle. He even predicted a stoppage victory, suggesting Haney would struggle to endure sustained pressure. With unwavering confidence, Davis views the potential bout as more than just another contest. In his eyes, defeating Haney would signal that he is ready to lead the sport's next generation.
Like kid might vacate them belts, so we just try to get to them jumps, you know what I'm saying?
Is that a fight? Well, as far as Anthony Yiga goes, what does he bring to the table that can make this a difficult fight?
He's a southpaw. I never fought a southpaw in pros yet. This is a 10-round fight, so I feel like if I was him, I feel like he probably gonna try to drown me. I think he gonna try to come out fast, pressure me, you know what I'm saying, just try to drown me, you know what I'm saying, because I've never been 10 rounds, and I think that's probably his only way he feel like he can just make something happen, you know what I'm saying, because he know he don't got the skill over me, he know I'm the younger fighter, and he know he has the experience over me, so, you know, why not try to drown the younger fighter, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you watch tape on the opponents, or you just adjust on the fly?
Oh, I'm a businessman.
Terence Crawford has issued a caution to Devin Haney while showing confidence in Keyshawn Davis. He believes Haney could face serious challenges dealing with Davis's strength and non-stop pressure inside the ring.
Are you looking for strengths? Are you looking for weaknesses? Like, which one do you prioritize?
I look for everything. I look for where you get cut at every single fight. I look for if somebody fights you dirty, do you complain? I look for all that shit, because everything that's a weakness, I'm going to use to my advantage.
I like it. Prediction for the fight?
I'm going to knock his ass out. He's getting up out of there. He's getting up out of there. If y'all gamble this bet on that shit, y'all gonna yeah, I'm gonna get his ass back.
You referenced Devin Haney possibly vacating the belts.
Yeah.
Do you think after you get a belt, you'll eventually see him at like 140, 147?
I was about to say shit. Oh hell yeah! Like I'd love to go to 140. Like after I won my first world title 35, I defended one time. I would have no problem going to 140 and test the waters out there and becoming champion at 2 different weight classes, just holding that shit down because I know I can do it.
All right, so give me your hit list in order, because you've been going at it with Frank, you've been going at it with Devin.
That wraps up today's video. Thanks for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for more updates coming soon.